Tiahuanaco, also known as Tiwanaku, is one of the most enigmatic and ancient archaeological sites in South America, located approximately 4,000 meters above sea level on the Bolivian Altiplano plateau near Lake Titicaca. This site has fascinated explorers, archaeologists, and travelers for centuries. What is most puzzling are its impressive buildings, monuments, and sculptures, which seem to defy the technical capabilities of pre-Columbian civilizations. Over time, many theories have been put forward about the origin, purpose, and age of Tiahuanaco, some based on astronomical alignment and conventional chronology, while others suggest a connection to civilizations lost millennia ago. Among the most notable structures are the Akapana Pyramid, the Gate of the Sun, the Temple of Kalasasaya, and the Ponce and Bennett monoliths. What most surprises archaeologists is the precision in the assembly of the stone blocks, some of which weigh tens of tons. These stones, in many cases, are carved with such precision that a sheet of paper could not be inserted between the blocks. The Akapana Pyramid, for example, is a structure of 7 stepped terraces that was once covered with finely carved stones. Although it is now eroded, the remains of its design suggest impressive hydraulic engineering skills, as there was a sophisticated system of underground channels for rainwater drainage. Another enigmatic example is the Sun Gate, a single-piece andesite monolith weighing approximately 10 tons. The intricate carving at the top, with depictions of anthropomorphic figures and astronomical symbols, has been the subject of intense study. Some experts believe these figures represent a solar and lunar calendar, which would indicate that the builders of Tiwanaku possessed profound astronomical knowledge. The Ponce and Bennett monoliths are stone sculptures depicting human figures with details of clothing and ritual objects. Fascinatingly, these monoliths have styles that seem ahead of their time, displaying a level of mastery in stone carving that was not expected from a civilization of that time. When the Spanish conquistadors arrived in the Andes in the 16th century, they were amazed by the ruins of Tiwanaku. Chroniclers of the time wondered how an indigenous civilization, which they believed to be technologically backward, had been able to build such structures. In their writings, they expressed both perplexity and admiration for the ruins. Pedro Chiesa de Leon, in his Chronicle of Peru, 1553, wrote, "Tiwanaku seems to have been built by giants. So enormous are its stones, and so intricate their shape. None of the indigenous people know with certainty who erected them or for what purpose." Chiesa de Leon describes the magnitude of the ruins and expresses his astonishment at the lack of knowledge among the locals about their origin. Other chroniclers, such as José de Aosta, in his work Historia Natural y Moral de las Indias, 1590, also mention Tiahuanaco. Aosta wrote, "They are ruins so ancient that the inhabitants themselves cannot say where they came from or who built them." One of the most fascinating aspects of Tiwanaku is the controversy over its age. The traditional chronology based on archaeology holds that the Tiwanaku civilization flourished between 400 and 1000 AD. However, some researchers believe the ruins are much older, even proposing a date thousands of years earlier. One of the most widespread theories about the age of Tiwanaku is based on the astronomical alignment of its structures. Researchers such as Arthur Posnanski, an Austrian Bolivian engineer and archaeologist, argued that the complex was designed as an astronomical observatory. Posnanski argued that the position of the solstices and equinoxes in relation to the monuments suggests that Tiwanaku was built approximately 15,000 years ago, long before any known pre-Columbian civilizations. Posnanski, in his work Tiahuanaco, The Cradle of American Man, 1945, wrote, "The orientation of the stone blocks at Kalasasaya with respect to the solstices and equinoxes suggests an extremely early date for the founding of Tiwanaku. Changes in the tilt of the Earth's axis since that time reinforce this hypothesis." Posnanski argued that variations in the Earth's tilt over the past millennia should have affected the accuracy of astronomical alignments at Tiwanaku. If his hypothesis is correct, then the construction of Tiwanaku could have occurred in the distant past, radically changing human history in this region. Other theories propose that the stone blocks were transported using advanced engineering techniques that we still do not fully understand. The lack of nearby quarries, the hardness of the stones, and the colossal weight of some blocks have led some researchers to suggest that the builders may have used magnetic levitation methods or lost technology, although these ideas are considered marginal in mainstream archaeology. The Aymara people have their own legends about the site. According to oral tradition, Tiahuanaco was the place where the gods created humanity. The best-known legend is that of the god Viracocha, who emerged from the waters of Lake Titicaca and created the sun, moon, and stars at Tiahuanaco. Viracocha also created the first human beings from stone at this location and then dispersed them throughout the world. This connection between Tiahuanaco and cosmogonic myths reinforces the idea that the site not only had an astronomical and ceremonial function, but was also considered sacred. Tiahuanaco remains one of the greatest mysteries of Andean archaeology. Its constructions, as enigmatic as they are impressive, defy conventional explanations about the technical capabilities of pre-Columbian civilizations. The Spanish chroniclers who visited it in the 16th century were equally perplexed, and modern theories about its age and purpose continue to be debated. Whether as an astronomical observatory, a ceremonial center, or a sacred city, Tiahuanaco holds secrets that, even after centuries of study, we have yet to fully unravel. The key to its true history may lie in a deeper understanding of the relationship between ancient Andean civilizations and the cosmos.